What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. A very exciting one for you today. The attack strategy we are going to use is 9 golems and all jump spells. Now, many of you might not realize, but this used to be the best attack strategy in the game. You would put down your golems with some wizards behind, and the golems would tank everything whilst your wizards would do all of that high damage. It was actually one of the first videos that I ever put on my channel. Be sure to let me know if you remember this attack strategy. Now, we might alter the composition a little bit, because at Town Hall 12, a maxed level base here in Legends League will be pretty hard to take down. But why exactly are we doing this? Well, I ask you guys, my subscribers, to suggest army compositions, and Chris a couple of days ago suggested the mass golems, and his comment had 6 likes, guys. So make sure to drop down in the comments what strategies you want me to use, and be sure to like the strategies that you want to see. If you are new here to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any daily Clash of Clans videos. In terms of upgrades, before we get into the first attack, we do have a little bit of loot within our treasury, and that is going to allow us to upgrade some more walls. I do think it's a little bit strange that it suggests the 4 million upgrade rather than the 3.2, but I'm just going to go with what I want to do. I am going to do the lower level one first. Only 2 able to be upgraded. In terms of the laboratory, I could use books or hammers in order to upgrade these troops, but I'm really not at a rush for the rest of these. And if in the future, which there will be, there are new upgrades within the game, I'd like to be able to use the hammers and books to do them straight away. Be sure to let me know if you agree, guys. But let's get into it. Let's start off with this composition, and then depending on how we do in the first attack here, I might change things up. I do have a variety of siege machines in that of, depending on the base, we can hopefully use a different siege machine. Honestly, I really don't think this is going to end well. We did one attack like this in yesterday's video, and it turned out okay. The best attack that we have been suggested is the armored bat attack strategy, and I'll be sure to link that video at the end of this one because it was incredible. We got all 3 stars with it, guys. You won't want to miss that. But where do we attack this base? Now, one thing we found out yesterday was that by trying to go for the 3 stars, it was a little bit silly. We really couldn't do it. We tried to come into the area, lure the CC. I think we come from the opposite side here and push in from either angle to try and get through to the town hall. All of the percentages on the bottom, we should have enough tankage. We should be able to get the wrecker all of the way through. So why don't we start with a jump spell, probably here and here, and then we'll spread the golems a little bit here alongside the wizards. I don't want to spread the wizards too far out in terms of we could lose them then. As you can see, we are losing one of them on that right hand side. Let's go ahead and use 2 other jump spells to help the golems through the base, and then the wizards on the left hand side here as well. Because we have our heroes behind the wall wrecker, we shouldn't really need the wizards for that. As you can see across either side of the base, the wizards doing a good job. Didn't quite take the jump spell in either area. We need to ensure that the wall wrecker gets its way directly to the town hall and provides access for our heroes, predominantly the queen, into the center. And it is working quite nicely because the wizards have helped to create the funnel, but right at the very end, it looks like the queen has steered off course and she's not going to go to the town hall right at the end. White Remy really needed it, pressing the Grand Warden's ability, but unfortunately the barbarians that were walking into the town hall compartment were not quite enough enough. The queen turns around to the town hall. Is she going to get it? We pop the ability and it is 69% 2 stars with all golems. I'm telling you guys, it is not as much of a pushover army as what you think. 69% for this very tricky base was actually pretty good. Now, in terms of changes to this army, I think what we need to do is cook up exactly the same thing, but why don't we take a P.E.K.K.A. and an ice golem within the clan castle, just so that when it pops out, we really didn't need the extra golem. Let's see whether that is a little bit more powerful, and we'll try and tweak this strategy in order to make it as super strong as possible. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed that attack, but let's come back when we are ready for the next one. Alright, we are ready to go, guys, and I do have a rage spell alongside the ice golem and the P.E.K.K.A. The reason for that is that obviously if we get the wall wrecker in towards that town hall like we did last time, we just about had the queen for recovery, but the ice golem and the P.E.K.K.A. should be able to take down that town hall. Might not need the rage, but I think just for security it would take it out and ensure the 2-star. The only thing that concerns me about that is we then have only 5 jumps, and what worked well last time is we had an even spread across the right and the left. We had 3 jump spells on either side, which allowed everything to get right of the way through. If we only had 2 jump spells on one side, the troops would have then stalled a lot quicker. So it really does depend on the base design we come up against. Maybe after this attack we might drop 1 golem and try and take a couple of other troops. Let's just see how this one turns out, but I do want to keep majority of the army composition obviously with the golems themselves. So we have 9, including the ice golem, 8 golems in this one, but 9 if you want to include the ice golem. Let's go ahead and see what we come up against. This one is a little bit more crazy. You can see a multi-inferno up to the top, a single, sorry, but that is clearly not what we want the golems to hit. I feel like this area here is going to be a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. We have to send just a couple in this area and commit the ice golem and the P.E.K.K.A. for the town hall. The heroes have to take this top area, I think, unless we come from this opposite side right of the way through. Notice how the channels go in that direction, so the jump spells might be better off. I'm actually thinking that's the option, guys. That's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and put 1 jump, I guess 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and we can spread the golems out nice and evenly, if you will. The wrecker through the middle, the king. Wait until the golems have taken the damage before we put the wizards in, followed by the queen and the grand warden. We still have 2 jump spells. I feel like 1 has to be used here to give access to the eagle, and then let's just see where the rest of the troops go in terms of where this final jump spell can be used. You can see our king over there onto the enemy queen. Let's go ahead and use that ability right as a giant bomb goes off. Definitely not what we need. Let's rage the P.E.K.K.A. and ice golem over to the town hall. We do have the, let's use the grand warden's ability, and let's go ahead, where do we use, I think we use the jump spell here, look, to give them golems access through, trying to wait on the queen's ability, but now we're going to have to use it. We're not looking too bad here, guys. We are going to get the 2 stars. Look at all of these golems taking down the multi. Not ideal because they have got stuck there. They're not tanking anything else, but honestly, this is not looking too bad. The queen is going to be pretty well protected here alongside them wizards to take down this area. The multi at the top goes down, which means the golems coming through can tank for the expo, but the single locks on, does a lot of work. We are running out of golems. Can we beat 69%? It is going to be close here as the queen is clutching onto any last bit of health. We're at 69. Can we get to 70? The grand warden going for the victory solo. 1 more hit. 70% it is, using mass golems. That was pretty nice, guys. So we have 69%, 70%. Can we go ahead and get with the 3rd attack a 71%, or will it be even better? Now the thing is, what do we change? I don't see what we can change dramatically here, other than potentially another ice golem or 2 ice golems instead of one of the golems in order to tank a little bit better. So when the golems pop, if we were to have 2 ice golems, 1 on either side, that might freeze the defenses a little bit better. Honestly, guys, I'm not too sure. I'm just spitting out ideas at you here. Be sure to let me know in the comments. I feel that the P.E.K.K.A. and the ice golem in the clan castle definitely worked well. We need to beat 70%. We've got to do it. It is working better than I think. So any crazy attack strategies that you guys want to see, we don't care how successful they are, really. I mean, we do. We want them to win, but ultimately we want to make you guys happy. That's what we are trying to do here. So suggest some strategies down below, but let's come back when we are ready to go to try and beat 70%. Okay, we are ready to go. Can we beat 70%? We are only going to try with this army composition the once, using the 2 ice golems. But then I thought, why don't we try with all ice golems? We've proven that the golems work. They are getting the 2 stars for us. But why not all ice golems? What I think about this army composition is that I'm taking some extra wizards. We don't have as much tankage. The ice golems will go down quicker, but when they freeze the defenses, we then need to act fast. We need to have the high damage troops in that of the wizards to quickly take down them defenses. So we are going to go with slightly less ice golems, but more wizards for the final attack. But before we get into that attack, we need to do the 3rd one with the golems. We need to try and beat 70%. If we were to get a 3-star, I'd be pretty happy. And notice, guys, these golems aren't even maxed. We might have to do this again if we get maxed golems. Be sure to leave a like on the video so that I know that you guys might want to do this again. This is a trickier base than what you think. Notice the single at the top, but then we have the clan castle troops at the bottom. We need to try and quickly get into that single. Probably press from, I don't know, the right-hand side here through, because I think coming in towards the clan castle troops is just going to be a nightmare. We need to try and get them centralized with the heroes. I think we need to just go for it, guys, and see what happens. So let's go with the jump here, 1 in the middle and 1 here. Spread the golems. Then we have 1 ice golem either side. Once they've taken a little bit of damage, we then get the wizards in, the wrecker, the king, the queen, the warden, trying to get a couple of, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to put 1 more wizard this side because I think I have more towards that left-hand side. And I'm debating using the freeze early on here. Let's go with a jump spell here because most of our troops are rearing off to that side. Debating using the Grand Warden's ability through this area as well. We've got a lot of golems on this side, so let's use another jump. It's looking quite good at this point, guys. Queen is about to take down the single, which is awesome. Notice how we do have a spectator as well. That is pretty funny, guys. The wall wrecker, can it make it to the town hall? If it does, we are in for a good ride here. We've misplaced the poison. I thought the clan castle troops were going across to the king. Let's press that ability. Then let's use the Grand Warden's ability. There was a wizard targeted by the multi-inferno. Queen takes down the town hall. We are at 66% and this is looking good. Waiting for, oh, I missed the queen's ability. I was waiting for the multi to go down and we beat it and we missed the queen's ability. I was waiting till the last second. I clicked it, guys, but it just went as I clicked it. 73%. I am sorry, guys. We would have got 75 here, no doubt, with the queen's ability. This guy watching the attack is probably thinking, what is happening? We have continued to get better. If we'd have used the queen's ability, would have surely got that one done. Can we? can we get an even better result with the ice golems? There's only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and request, when we can, the troops. Then we'll come back, we'll give it a shot and hope that we can beat that amount. 69, 70, 73. We now need a 3-star to wrap things up. That would be the dream, but let's come back when we are ready for the ice golem attack. Okay, we are ready to go for the final attack of the video. Be sure to let me know which strategies you would like to see next down in the comments. You have seen that I do try my best to bring you them, no matter how crazy, but hopefully we can have a little bit of strategy there. It is an attack which should work to a degree, and if you guys like the video, please be sure to leave a like, because one, it does let me know that you guys like the video, so I know what you guys want to see, and two, it really does help this video perform better. The more likes we get, the more engagement, the more you guys help to support the channel, the more we can continue to grow. So let's continue this episode with the ice golem attack. Let's see if it works. I'm really not sure if it is going to, and after this one I will link you guys the video for the armored bat. We got 3 stars throughout that one. It was insane, so you are going to want to watch that one as well. We have one of the bases that are so spread out. This is going to be incredibly tricky. This really is going to be hard. I feel like we have to continue with that sweep, one side of the base through to the other. We are going to have a little bit more down to this town hall area because we will have the wall wrecker as well, but I feel like we just need to sweep everything through exactly the same. Probably don't need 5 jump for this one, but let's just go for it, guys. So let's put 1 jump here, 1 here, and 1 here. Then let's get a good spread of ice golems. We can actually spread them incredibly well. The wall wrecker, once they are taking damage, spreading the wizards. Just trying to wait a little bit with my heroes, king, queen, and warden. Let's get an ice golem up to the top there as well with probably 1 more wizard. Let's go with the spell there to help through that area. The poison spell is what I meant to say. The wall wrecker taking a lot of damage here. Let's go with the king's ability because I want to press the Grand Warden's ability. Finally, he gets within range. Let's go with a jump spell up the top here. Everything powering forward, trying to figure out where I want to use the rage. I think down the bottom is best. Let's go with 1 more wizard at the top because that can give us that little bit more percentage. The minion at the very top of the base might help out. We are only at 40%. The ice golems, whilst they are going down fast, not quite able to get as much damage as we would have thought, because when they spread out, when the freeze hits, it really doesn't hit that many defenses with the base being spread out. So we have got the 2-star. I am not going to miss that queen's ability on this one, guys. You can be assured of that. I am waiting though, and let's press it now just to make sure. I could have waited to not hit it where the single inferno is. We're at 62%. The minion at the top should do pretty well, guys, but I'm not sure that we are going to beat the strategy of the golems. The single infernos fry our troops. The spread out base is probably not the best for this, because when the ice golems were popping and the freeze spells were going off, they really weren't freezing that many defenses because they were so spread out. This is the most epic minion I have ever seen, and if you are still here, I want to know about it. I really, honestly, I love the notification squad. You guys show up right as that video posts, and I want you guys to let me know at each and every video that you are part of the notification squad. If you are not, you should be. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell, but if you're still here, let me know about that epic minion so that I know. 67% it is. We are going to link for you here the armored bat attack strategy. I think you should watch that one in order to see this brand new strategy, but that is going to wrap it up for this one. Until next time, guys, peace out.